Welcome back to a YouTube video, everyone. Today we're discussing Ghost of Tsushima. Does it still hold up in 2025? Let's find out. Ghost of Tsushima was stunning in 2020, but in 2025, with the PS5's hardware, it's somehow even better. The upgraded version brings 4K resolution, 60 frames per second, enhanced textures, and incredibly fast load times. But what stands out isn't just the fidelity, it's the art of direction. The beautiful skies, the dynamic weather, the way the leaves float through the air, it's cinematic in the truest sense. It feels like playthrough a moving scroll or an Akira Kurosawa film brought to life. And yes, the Kurosawa mode still hits just as hard. Tsushima, but aged like fine wine, it's a combat. 5 years on, it remains tight, responsive and visceral. Whether you're facing a group of Mongols in Bamboo Grove or a one-on-one duel under cherry blossoms, every strike feels meaningful. Stance switching mid-fight to counter different enemy types keeps the gameplay dynamic, and the standoff mechanic, still one of the most satisfying things in video games, period. And let's not forget the mythic quests, some of the best side content ever made. Every mythic technique quest feels like a mini epic with its own legend and payoff. In an era dominated by overly dense maps and checklist fatigue, Ghost of Tsushima's design still feels refreshing. No minimap, no glowing waypoints, just the wind. The guiding wing mechanic is elegant, it lets you navigate naturally without pulling you out of the world. It's immersive, intuitive and still underappreciated in 2025. Box dens, bamboo strikes, hot springs, Shinto shrines, every collectible has meaning. You're not just checking boxes, you're engaging with Tsushima's culture, its spirituality, and Jin's personal journey. Jin Sakai's story remains powerful, grounded and incredibly human. What starts as a classic revenge tale quickly becomes a moral struggle between tradition and innovation, between honour and survival. The tension between Jin and his uncle Lord Shimura still resonates. It's not just one about defeating Mongols, it's about what kind of person you have to become to protect your people. Supporting characters like Yuna, Norio and Lady Masaka add emotional depth. Their tales are raw and tragic, and yes, that final duel at the end of the main story? Still an all-timer. Even 5 years later, this just isn't a good story. It's one of PlayStation's most mature and emotionally complex narratives. In 2021, the director's cut dropped and it brought us Tiki Island. New story content and more introspective look into Jin's past. New mechanics like horse charge mode and made it feel like a true continuation, not just DLC. Revisiting it in 2025, it holds up brilliantly and adds even more emotional weight to Jin's journey. If you're replaying Ghost of Tsushima now, do not skip Iki Island. It adds psychological depth and enhances an entire experience. Now, as much as I love this game, it's not without flaws, especially looking back in 2025. First off, the side missions, while emotional at times, can feel repetitive in its structure. Ride here, track some footprints, ambush some Mongols, rinse, repeat. The core gameplay loop is polished, but over time the formula shows off noticeably. Then there's the NPC animations. A lot of dialogue happens with stiff facial expressions and rigid body movements. Not game breaking, but definitely a sign of its last gen roots. Finally, while the map is gorgeous, some players might still feel overwhelmed by map clutter. Even with the game's minimalistic HUD, there's a lot to chase and not all of it feels equally rewarding. So, does Ghost of Tsushima still hold up in 2025? In my opinion, absolutely. It's a rare gem, one that respects your time, respects its world and respects the player. From its thoughtful design to its unforgettable story, it's a reminder of what open worlds can be when they're made with love and precision. In the age of bloated RPGs and AI-generated quests, Ghost of Tsushima stands tall because it's handcrafted, purposeful, human. If you're thinking of revisiting, do it. And if you somehow missed it, this is the perfect time to try it. With the release of Ghost of Yotei looking at the end of the year, now is a perfect time to play the first game and experience the story of Jin Sakai and his path to becoming the Ghost of Tsushima. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below with your favourite memory of Ghost of Tsushima. Are you replaying it in 2025? And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell for more deep dives in timeless games. Until next time, stay honourable, ghosts.